All right.
So we
Look,
didn't-
he's been calling my f***ing agent for weeks now to get me on here.
All right, would you wait a
and
minute?
I've been saying,
Would you
I
shut
don't
up?
know, I don't know. And finally, look, you gotta give the man what he wants eventually.
No, let's start all over again. The first, can I say something first? All right, this is the Chazz Palminteri Show. It's Monday at 11 o'clock. And I can't even tell you who I'm bringing on right now. I can't even tell you because I just want to remind you, don't forget to go see the one-man show, ChazzPalminteri.net.
If you haven't heard it already, there's a one-man show, Bronx Tale.
And he's a ball breaker. You've seen him on a lot of things. First of all, you've seen him on his Instagram. He's an actor, singer, songwriter. And I mean, it's my son, Dante. I can't even do my intro with you, Dante.
Look.
What is it? What is it, Dante?
You can't hold out the guests for that long. They got to come right in. You know?
We argue about everything. First of all, this thing you do on Instagram, this father, your father, regular fathers, and my father. I've been getting a lot of calls about this. You're making fun of your dad.
I'm not making fun. I'm just simply reenacting situations that have happened.
Oh, Mark? I met him actually on the squash court. Yeah, he's a menace. Do not go toe-to-toe with him when it comes to squash. Trust me. Who, Uncle Tommy? I know him from knowing him. Who are you, an FBI agent? What, you gotta know everything? You gotta know everything now, huh? Oh, my heavens. Bradley? Little rascal. Who? What, do you think you're scaring me? Kid, I seen murders. Oh! Out of here. Hey, guys, this is not how we talk to each other. We're a family. Okay, we treat each other with dignity and respect. Come on, get in here for a family hug, huh?
Whenever, if I think you're up to no good, you are going off the rails, young lady. It is terrible what you're doing. You making dinner?
You know? Life lessons you get from probably normal dads in the Greenwich area. Start a 401k. This is how you parallel park. No one walks away from a liver shot. You can watch in the windows of closed stores if someone is following you. Things like that.
Well, I grew up differently than fathers in Greenwich. What do you want me to say?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just reenacting them because people tend to get a kick out of it.
I know, but when you reenact, sometimes you're a little too close to realism.
Yeah. Which is my camera, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
but people like them. I got to do more.
But you got to do more. People want you to do that.
I keep falling. Yeah.
I've life lessons from your father.
I have a good one.
Which one is that?
The
what?
I don't want to spoil it. All right. When I was walking into the gym, you were having me help you sign into HBO Max. And it went about as well as you would think.
Well, I'm not good with all this technical stuff.
I could be talking to you. How do I sign in? You have to... Username. Does it say username? No. Why doesn't it say username? Hold on. I'm on Instagram. Okay, get off Instagram. Go to HBO Max. Where's that? I don't have that. Yes, you do. It's not a smart TV. My TV's smart. No, it's not. Yes, it is.
Does your child do this to you, folks? Does your child do this to you? I'm just serious.
What else? What's been new?
Well, everything's been good.
You like LA?
I'm out here in LA. I like it.
Who else did you have on the podcast? I'm setting you up here for you to tell me.
Well, you might be before them.
Oh, that's true.
So I can't. I have some great people.
There's some good people.
But you train. You've been. Your boxing has been getting great, and you train it. You do. Jiu-jitsu?
Jiu-jitsu?
What kind? The Gracie Jiu-jitsu.
Gracie, at the Gracie gym.
And where do you train with the Gracie gym?
At Gracie Beverly Hills. On my last episode, I was wearing a Gracie shirt.
Oh, yeah. That's right. So you've been training. Now, I want to know, did you get your blue belt yet?
No.
Not yet?
Not ready yet. Still
ready yet.
Still getting fucked up a little too much.
One thing about Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, they don't hand out belts.
No, I've been training there now about a year and a half.
A year and a half.
Very, every day to 3 days a week.
Right.
Some weeks I don't, week here or there, I don't get a chance to go, but very consistently, no, you got to be good. There's some serious
guys there.
You
And
have
now
a problem.
you're
Yeah.
boxing. Your dad taught you how to box, but now you've taken it up another level. You're training with Justin Fortune.
Well,
at the- at
I've
Fortune
done
Gym.
lessons with him. The good thing about that gym I go to is there's so many professional boxers there.
At Fortune.
Yeah, there's so many boxers. So you're hitting the bag. They have there's there's 2 sets of bags. It's three. So you're hitting the bag, and there's at least 2 other professionals around you also hitting the bag. So I bug them. I'm like, hey, how can I throw this better? And they tell you. Everyone there's super cool.
Really?
If you're not cool, you probably won't be there for more than
No.
a week.
What do you feel, Dante? How do you feel as a young boy? I taught you. Well, I taught you how to box when you were 3-4 years old. And that's how I remember starting you. As a child, I tell other fathers out there that have sons or daughters, what did you feel learning how to fight when you were very young did for you?
Yeah, it gives you a confidence. It also humbles you. It gives you both, because while you're very confident that you can handle yourself, you know that there's people out there who are doing it a lot better than you.
Right.
So if I'm about to get in a fight with a guy, it has to be this is it. I don't want to fight a guy. I don't know what he knows. He might pull out a knife.
Right.
You don't know. Some guys are crazy, but I don't know. This guy might be training Muay Thai 3 hours a day.
Right.
And now he's drunk, and now I don't know, he's a douchebag. He wants to, I don't want to find that out. Wake up in the
Right, but-
ICU,
but
my
what
head kicked in.
Right, but what it does do is you don't have that fear of getting into a fight.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to get in a fight.
Right.
But if when the rubber meets the road, it's like, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay.
We got to get down. Let's get down.
Let's go. Because a lot of it is, when someone's in your face, it's very weird.
Right.
If you've never been in a fight, when someone gets in your face trying to hurt you, it's like a
Right.
weird thing that happens to your brain. It's like,
Right. Like if you've never been in that position, you panic.
What's his of course, on the podcast I can't remember his name.
Who? A fighter?
No, the gun YouTuber that we love, Clint. I sent you his stuff.
I forgot his name. Yes.
It's gonna come to
Clint
me.
something.
Clint. Yeah, I'm sorry if he sees this. Holy shit! Don't kill me. He says you can't learn new shit in the middle of a fight.
Wow.
And so true. So some guy grabs you, throws you against the wall. If you've never been in that situation before, you're like, I don't even know what to do. When you train jiu-jitsu, someone puts his hands on you. Yeah, your adrenaline's going, but you know what to do when someone has you here. Someone has me here.
Right.
I know how I can survive this and how I can get on top.
Right. When did you feel that your knowledge of boxing or jiu-jitsu really came in handy as you were growing up? Was there ever a time?
Yeah, once
what happened?
actually. I remember I threw this kid down a hill. I felt kind of bad about that after.
Why? What did he do?
He kind of jumped on me and grabbed me, and I remember I did oh fuck.
It's all right. Go ahead.
Almost like a hip throw, kind of around the head and the arm, and whoa.
Right.
And he kind of fell down the hill, and I was like,
All right.
that kind of worked out pretty much exactly how I practiced that.
Right.
And then another time a kid tried to tackle me, and I remember I sprawled, and his face went bam right into the dirt, and he was like, I was like, holy shit.
But you did that naturally.
Naturally,
just
I turned around, he shot in like that, and I was like, whoa! And he just face planted right in the dirt, and I was like, holy shit, that worked too.
Right. Now, how's the singing and the writing? How's the writing and singing going?
Writing and singing is going great. Great. You got to have a plan, just like what you guys were talking. Well, I can't say who you guys were talking with before, but you have to have a plan of attack. It can't just be kind of, right, I do the,
Right.
So I have a good plan going, good moves and good motion.
So if somebody wants to hear your music, where should they go?
Just always Instagram.
Always Instagram. Instagram has everything.
Instagram has everything. Always Instagram.
Now
Yeah.
you also did a movie, Rocky's Deli. That's supposed to be coming out soon.
We did that was a year ago. We just did we know about the festivals next month for a movie we just did called Experts in a Dying Field, poker movie.
Right.
It's a really good movie. I'm very excited. Directed
Right.
by Mitch Camarda.
Right. And obviously
I don't think you can see it anywhere. It's a short, so it's not out anywhere yet. It will be. Hopefully in Tribeca.
soon.
But we'll see.
But it should be soon, right?
Yeah. It should be soon. What about you?
How do you? So wait, before we get forget me.
They don't want to hear about me. What's going on with you?
Well,
Where
we'll talk
can
about,
I don't think you've said it enough. Where can people see the one man show?
people can see the one man show at ChazzPalminteri.net. But forget me for now. How do you feel about? How do you feel about living out here?
I like
LA?
it.
You like it?
Yeah. LA's nice. When you find the people who you like, it's a good spot. But you can't just be out there.
You can't
There's
just
a lot
be
of
out
weird. Yeah, everyone out here is,
This is the business.
Yeah, and it's kind of annoying.
Really?
Everybody in New York, it's cool to be an actor.
Out here,
It is not cool here to be an actor.
Why is that?
Because everyone else is.
Everyone's an actor.
So it's nice when you find actors who don't act like actors. They're just like guys who do this,
Really?
And I found a lot of the coolest guys to be in fighting gyms, jiu-jitsu gyms, boxing gyms.
Boxing gym, jiu-jitsu gyms.
Yeah. A lot of those people are actors too, but they just don't. It's not like their whole personality. They're an actor.
Wow.
They don't walk around with their headshot. Give me like an old school LA story when you lived out here.
Oh,
and I'll give you one that I saw like 3 days ago.
Really? All right, I'll give you mine.
It was
first.
weird. It was a weird one.
Should you do yours first? Because mine's going to be really great. I don't know how great yours is going to be.
Let's see.
So you do yours first.
I don't know. This might outshine whatever you're about to say.
Nah, it's not. Go ahead.
I saw a duel.
A duel.
A duel. Like an old English style duel on Olympic.
With swords.
No. One woman had a 2x4.
Yes.
And the other woman had a blind walking stick, but she wasn't blind. And they ran across the street to meet each other. And the woman had the 2x4 like this.
Yeah.
Like an old soldier when the cavalry was charging. She
Yes.
was like that. And she was going, it was like 6 feet. It was a big 2x4. And the other girl had the blind walking stick, and she was going like this, like Harry Potter.
Right.
And they were dueling right on the street, and everyone was stuck in traffic, and we just
just watched it.
It was incredible.
I mean,
it was really incredible to see.
Well, that's L.A. in 2004. In 1986.
2024.
2024, excuse me. In 1986, my L.A. story is, I was in a diner. I don't remember the name of the diner. Jerry's Deli. And somebody, I was on the phone with your mom, but that was the payphone, I remember. And I heard somebody choking, and I said, wait, hold on a second. I put the phone down, and I walked around, and there was a guy at the table, and he's going, he was obviously, he was stuck. And people were trying to help him, and he was pushing them away. I guess he was embarrassed or something. And he was turning blue. So I said, holy shit. So I know how to give the Heimlich. So I went behind him. I picked him up. And to be honest, before I even gave it to him, for some reason he was, it popped out of his mouth, a piece of meat. So I said, are you okay? And he looked at me and he was like, and I look at the camera. He's looking at me and he's going, And all of a sudden he goes like this, And he recognizes me. And he goes, wait. I said, sir, are you okay? And he goes, wait. I go, are you okay? He goes, wait. He takes out his wallet and hands me a card and says to me, the man almost died, says to me, I got a great script. I think you'd be great for it. You got to read it. Here's my number. And I was like, holy shit.
Right. So
This guy just almost died.
was he really choking? Or was it an act? No, you can
You
tell.
said that to me once. You said it was an act. Maybe he just did that for you to get the script. And I said,
People have done weird things for scripts.
That's a hell of a thing to think about. I didn't think
Yeah.
about it at the time, but the guy was blue, so I don't think he was acting. But boy, in L.A., they'll do anything to get ahead, right?
LA's changed a lot. Yeah, it's changed a lot since
1986.
I remember those days. 1986. Yeah,
You don't remember shit. You remember those days. You were a baby now.
running around.
I mean, is there any advice out there that you can give young actors?
Shit, I don't know. I want advice. I'm the one who the advice is for me. That's who the advice is for.
Yeah.
No, just from listening to you and your other guests talk, it takes a kind of blind delusion to just keep moving forward. That you kind of just need to. It's like what Phil Stutz says. I'm willing to lose everything, but I'm not willing to quit.
That's what Stutz said, huh?
That's what Stutz said. That's it.
So unless you have that determination, you would advise people who come out here, don't do this,
Yeah, it kind of gets to you.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, you got friends, you see your friends like getting, promotions,
Right.
getting this, getting that, and you're like, man, I'm still trying to do this thing. It's a gamble.
It's a gamble.
But like it's also so cool, so who cares?
Right, but what would you rather do? If you found something else you'd rather do, you would do it. There's really nothing else rather do, I guess.
Nothing I have other interests, but I don't think there's anything else I'd rather like dedicate my life to.
Right.
I like things. Like I think this would be cool,
Yeah.
but I'm also looking at it from the outside.
But you have to realize that many people, you can go on 50 auditions and you hope you get like
50 you could do. I was talking about how many auditions I've really done my whole life, and it
Right.
is I really sat down and thought about it. I would say in the last 5 years I've done into the triple digits.
Yeah.
Easy.
Right. And
Definitely triple digits.
and you got a bunch of parts, but not
No, but I'm just saying it takes this like
Massive.
violent effort of self-determination to just
Right.
keep going forward. I was telling my girlfriend, it's kind of like imagine getting your dream job. Imagine getting offered your dream job all the time, and it very rarely comes through. That's what it's like.
Right.
That's what it
I mean,
is like.
most auditions people don't get.
Yeah.
What 100 people audition, 60. That's 1 out of 60. Not great odds.
You just got to keep doing it. Just keep going.
Not great
You have to have
odds.
faith and be slightly crazy.
Right.
I think you do have to be slightly crazy.
Well, you have a double career. You're a
No, but
singer-songwriter and you're an actor.
because any rational person would see the risk reward ratio and go, "What the fuck is that?" No. But there's something about artists, actors, musicians
Yeah.
that they're just like, I'm just gonna go for it, man.
Right.
I'm just gonna jump.
Do you ever get like down when you see some of your friends that you graduated college with? Obviously, you went to the greatest esteemed college, Berkeley in Boston, that just give up the dream and get another job?
I mean, if it's not their path, it's not their path.
Right.
You're not racing against anyone but yourself.
Right.
Just because they could be so much happier.
Right.
Like, what's
Yeah.
the point then?
Right. If you're doing it and you're
Like,
really not happy.
It could just suck after a while, and you don't want to do it anymore, and that's like so fine.
Right.
You
yeah.
want to. There's nothing wrong with that. That's your path.
That's your path.
That's your path. If you're not making art, if you're like, oh, I got this audition, I don't want to do this. Oh, I hate this.
Right.
Stop.
So you look forward to this audition.
Oh, I love getting it. I get like this rush. It's like, yeah, another chance,
Another shot.
another shot, That's like what Jocko Willing says when he does the good talk. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
he's like, oh, you didn't get your audition? Like you didn't get it? Good.
Good.
More time to get better. Like more time to show them that when you
Right.
do get it, they go, where the fuck has this guy been? You have more time to do that.
Yeah.
So
He
when
always says
I
that.
get
Good.
when I get an audition, it's like, let's go. All right, here we go, baby. We got it again. And
Right. You woke up tired, you don't feel like working out? Good.
Build the discipline more. Like, my girlfriend gets mad at me because when I get an audition, my whole life shuts down.
It's about the audition.
Yeah.
Wow.
My entire life, for however long I get it on Monday, it's due Thursday. Every single day is like, I wake up, I go to the gym, when I have like some side hustles. When those need attending to, I do that. But other than that, there is no extracurricular activities whatsoever. Zero.
Wow.
I am doing lines. I am running scene, or I'm just like thinking about it. I'm reading the script. If it's based on a movie,
right.
I'm watching those movies. I'm watching everything that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, I got to get this. I got to get it. And if I don't get it, good. Look how much work I did that I can now bring into the next audition.
But it's great the way, I'm very proud of you, and I don't want to, overdo it here. But you're my son, but you're very disciplined. You wake up in the morning, you work out, gym.
I mean, it would be much easier if you just put me in a fucking movie.
Everybody thinks it's that easy, just put you in a movie.
I mean,
everybody
write in
thinks
the comments, can we just end this shit already? And can you just put me in a movie, right?
You know what? I want to tell these people, you're a son of a bitch.
Just call up the director and be like...
And I have to tell people about this. I have a lot of friends who are stars, and they have sons who, like I have. It's not easy to do that. You just can't do that. In fact, for those of you who go, oh, your son, he got in this because he has to be twice as good as everybody else, folks. Because when he goes in, they go, oh, his son's an actor too. So my son has to be so good where they go, holy shit, this kid is good. So it's not as easy as you think it is. In fact, it's harder.
That doesn't put any pressure on us. So
I don't care,
worry.
but I want people to know that any part that you got in those movies that you did, you got on your own.
I definitely don't hear that when I'm in the waiting room for an audition. You have to be twice as good.
No, when I say twice as good, you got to be good. Because
I'm not freaking out.
Look, people could take, you could see somebody because of a favor, but if they're not good, you're not putting them in the movie. You're just not doing it.
Well, it takes so many people to make a movie. All of those jobs, all that money is now going to be put in jeopardy because, your cousin's friend has an actor who wants to be whatever.
Have people done that? Probably, yes.
But you can tell.
But yeah,
you can see the movie and you go, sucks.
Yeah, how did that guy get in there? Or how did she get in there?
He shouldn't have been in this.
And you find out she's like, he's like, friends of the director or whatever.
It shows.
It shows.
It really shows.
Yeah, I mean, I always say that. I mean, I always look at Michael Douglas. Michael Douglas is a wonderful actor.
That's why.
When he first started, I'm sure people said, "Well, his father."
But he's Michael Douglas.
Yes, but he carved the path on his own.
And this is what I'm willing to do. When I write something and it gets made, you're the first audition there that we're gonna have.
I have to audition?
Well, we can't just give you the part. What did we just talk about?
You believe what this?
When we get something off the ground with my show, with my movie, I guarantee you an audition. How about that? This is what I do.
I mean, should I just fucking dive across the table now?
I guarantee you an audition. A good one.
He guarantees me an audition.
Guarantee him.
Wow.
Good audition. I'll read it for you. I'll work with you.
Do I have to read? I mean, I got to read?
Well, what do you want me to do?
I've been in 70 movies.
Look, we have a very strict direction with this, and we just want to make sure everything is right. Give some writing advice to me and maybe some of the writers out there. What's the number one thing that you found in common with all your friends and writers?
About writing?
About writing, yeah. I mean, can you teach writing?
Well, you can.
But does there need to be something can you teach someone who has no idea?
I can't teach someone to be creative. I could teach someone.
You could teach them story structure.
Yeah.
Kind of.
But I could teach you the mechanics of screenwriting. I could tell you that, but you could learn that out of a book. Interior, exterior.
But there's
day,
something
night.
that you can't teach, right? You say you can't
teach
that
voice. It has to be a voice that you have inside. You have to write because there's something inside of you that you have to get out. And the only advice I can give to all writers is if you want, everybody says, they're all right. I go, you write a script? Well, no, I got one in my head. Well, you know what? You're not a writer yet. Everybody has a script in their head. Everybody thinks their life is a book. Everybody.
Because there's just ideas in your head. Once you're staring at final draft.
Yeah, once you're looking
you're
at
like
120.
Oh, shit.
You're looking at 120 blank pages. You go, wait, hold on. But that's the idea. Excuse me. Don't look at 120 pages. Look at the first page.
I can't remember the name of the
write 3 pages
the
a day.
screen the writer. He'll start a script by writing the beats. He'll open a page in final draft.
Well, he writes the outline. Yeah.
No. Listen to this. This is cool. I really like this. He starts and he writes every beat. Then he starts with the first beat and he writes that. And then when he finishes it, he deletes it. So he always has his next part of the script just underneath what he finished writing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard what you're saying. Yeah, I mean
I like that.
Everybody has their own way.
You just wing it.
I don't start a screenplay until I know how it starts and I know how it ends. When I know how it starts and how it ends, then I just go, okay, it starts here, it ends there. How do I get to that ending that I have? And then I start to write. Now, can the ending change? Sometimes it does. Sometimes the characters speak different to you and you end it a different way. But at least I know where I'm going.
Now, in a Bronx Tale, the studios wanted you to have Sonny live.
They wanted Sonny to live in a Bronx Tale, and I said no.
How do you tell good advice from bad advice? Because everyone has a...
You can't.
You can't. Is there something inside of you that goes like, that's not a good idea?
That's not a good idea, no. I knew Sonny had to die because the reason why they wanted Sonny to live was because...
They want a sequel?
Not only a sequel, they thought Sonny dying was I remember his words, it was a downer. It's going to bring everybody down. And I said, let me explain something to you. Sonny dies because it's a catharsis. People learn from Sonny's death. The boy and the father come together after Sonny dies. The boy realizes the father was right. He has to die. Okay? But I was very fortunate. I had Robert De Niro, who totally agreed with me and said, of course, Sonny has to die. They wanted us to take the whole thing about me and the black girl out of the movie. And I was like, what? This is shaping the boy's life, Jane.
Yeah.
And again, De Niro said, that's not happening. I was fortunate to have Bob De Niro as the producer and director, so I was very blessed.
Right, he was kind of like your heavy.
Well, Bob was the 800-pound gorilla in the room, you know?
Right.
I didn't have any power. This was my first movie, you know? So...
Was there a part of you that when you did the movie, did you ever go on set and you're like, holy shit.
The first day.
We're really actually doing it.
The first day when I got there, I saw all the big trucks with the words, A Bronx Tale on the trucks. And I was like, holy shit.
I had a moment like that when I did my first movie when I was 17.
And you got on set and
I
you
did.
just saw the...
I'll say what it is. It was Sharknado 2.
Right.
Represent Sharknado. And I got it, and I was like, yeah, sure, movie, cool.
Yeah,
and then I got to set, and I was like, what? Holy shit, this is a movie.
And then Judge Hirsch walks over.
And then Judge Hirsch walks over. He's like, hey. I was like, Judge Hirsch.
Right. And you said, oh, shit.
And I was just like hanging out.
Yeah.
The first scene we did was a scene in the taxi.
Right.
And we shot it right on Broadway, and they locked down. They just shut it down.
Locked down Broadway.
Locked down Broadway. We had the cranes, and we had the equipment was
sick.
The equipment is
crazy,
wild, and
right
when I got there, I remember I saw the guys, and it was like 5 guys, and they had this huge camera on the dolly, and they're like wheeling it, and it went past me, and I was like,
right. Well, that was a good way to get into the business. That was your first film.
Like I got in the car and I was like, oh man.
Yeah, but you did.
And they had all.
And wait a minute, who played your father?
Oh, my man, Mark McGrath.
So
Sugar Ray.
So now
I saw him not long ago.
Judge Hirsch is there. Sugar Ray.
Oh, it was me, Judd Hirsch, Mark McGrath, Ian Ziering, and Vivica Fox.
Wow.
That was the and then we had Tara Reid come in later.
Uh,
She was doing her own
That
part
was
of
your
the
first
movie. But
movie.
that was like
Yeah.
the gang. So
The
every
gang.
day I was with those guys,
That's exciting.
and that was I learned a lot of lessons.
Well, it was
from
it was a good introduction into the business.
Vivica Fox
Yeah.
could tell that I was freaking out.
Yeah.
She
calmed you down.
she saw me like,
Yeah. Well, you were 17.
and there was a part we walked out. This was crazy. We walked out of our trailer,
Yeah.
and there was like all these paparazzi,
Right.
and you walk down, it's like,
Right.
and it wasn't raining, but she had an umbrella and goes like that.
Right.
She knew.
Yeah, she's been around.
She was ready to rock. She
It's
comes
not
out
her
and she
first
saw me. She
movie.
went like that right in the paparazzi. She grabbed me and she's like, "Come on." I was like, "Thank you." Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Wow.
That sucked.
But I mean,
It just
that
kinda
was your
walked me
first
away.
movie. You were 17 years old, and obviously you learned a lot. And
No, that was cool.
that was cool.
That was probably one of the coolest experiences I've had. Because
Yeah.
you just I'm like,
Well, you were
just because I'm watching them behave on a set, and I'm like,
right.
they're doing this. They're don't do that. Do this.
Right.
Don't go over there.
Right. It worked out really great for you,
And that was fun.
Dante. I have to tell
And
you.
I also got to leave school and tell all my teachers, I can't come to finals week. I'm shooting Sharknado. And my principal was like,
Right. Okay.
yeah, he was the coolest. He was like,
But
he was like,
and then
go.
you graduated. Then you came up. You did a great part on Orange Is the New Black.
That was fun.
You did Law and Order, a great part on Law and
That
Order.
was really fun too.
Right. That was fun. And
It's just fun.
and you shot them at Rocky's Deli. I mean, you're
And
doing
plays
great.
and stuff. It's just, isn't it just
Right.
fun?
Yes. I just want to say I'm very proud of you. You're doing great.
Thanks.
But I'm
Thanks,
more
Dad.
proud because of the man you turned out to be. You go to church on
I
Sunday.
have a great mother.
You have a great mom.
All
Well,
to my mom.
Let's face
My
it.
mom raised me great, and there's no other factors.
Well, your mom, look, I was away a lot doing movies, and we got to give your mom a big shout out, Jana Palminteri, because she was the one who took you everywhere, to classes, to school, acting lessons,
Mhm.
voice lessons, rock lessons. So, I mean, you got to give mom the big shout out on this one because,
That's why I just did.
yes, and I'm glad you did. And you and Gabriella, your mom and dad are very proud of you.
Little Gabrielle.
All right. Well, look, this is the Chazz Palminteri Show. My son here, Dante, I know you go to church every Sunday. You go to, what's the name of the church on Santa Monica?
Church of the Good Shepherd.
Church of the Good Shepherd.
That's the spot.
And what do you find? Does going to church add something in your life?
It is life.
It is life.
It is the life. That's
Keeps you grounded.
shows you what's important. All
Well-
this shit is
Well, it's important too, but what do you feel about young kids? A lot of young kids are moving away from the church.
got it. You can't. I mean, not that don't because you can't.
Right.
You shouldn't because
Right.
you don't wanna. If that makes any fucking sense.
Yeah.
It can't be you can't stop it. No, because
Yeah.
that's just gonna make people want to run away further.
Right.
It needs to be wow, this is so cool. And I found that the way I grew up, I'll probably mess this up, but the way they changed the church after the Second Vatican Council is they made it super new age and
Right. Wait,
kind of weird. It was pop culture, but it wasn't.
Right.
So it wasn't traditional, but it wasn't cool and it wasn't new.
Right.
And I found that the more traditional the church is, the more Latin that's being spoken, the more I'm
Right.
yeah, that's what I want. That's what I need.
Yeah.
And so if you're on the fence about going to church for the first time, go. This is the sign to just
Makes you feel better.
go, yeah.
And anything that makes you feel better is good.
Well, no, not really.
No?
No.
Well, not really. No, you're right. I shouldn't say
Heroin makes people feel fucking great.
that. Yeah.
It's not good.
But it's not good for you.
Yeah.
My son, here he is, the stoic.
No, but you just,
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
in fact, I would actually say the opposite is true.
If it
it's-
doesn't make you feel good.
Hold on. Here's the thing. being a Catholic is suffering.
Right.
That's the whole point. It's suffering.
Suffering to do the right thing.
Suffering to do the right thing. Suffering against. That's why we all wear. That's why Catholics wear the crucifix.
Right.
As a constant reminder of the suffering.
Right.
Matthew 16:24.
Right.
He who wants to follow me must deny himself, pick up his cross, and follow me. That's it in a nutshell, baby. That's it right there. So
right.
If it sucks, that means like this is right.
You got to suffer a little bit.
The book The War of Art talks about that.
Right.
Great, insane book. Use it like a compass. What don't you want to do? That's what you should do.
Right.
I don't want to practice guitar right now. You should practice guitar right now because your brain wants to do easy things. I'm gonna take an edible and watch some Netflix shows.
Right.
No.
A great line I just heard from one of the Stoics. The happiness that you are seeking is in the work you're avoiding.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. That's from one of the podcasts, Modern Wisdom. The guy who runs it, Chris, he says that. And
that's right. He said that. Right.
Fucking great.
So listen to that, folks. We always talk about life and success. And my son is the one who told me that. The happiness that you're seeking is in the work that you're avoiding.
But don't you feel better when you go and do something that's hard and you accomplish it?
Yes.
Don't you feel better?
Yes, you do feel better.
After? You're.
It sucks because you got to do it.
That sucks.
But when you do it and it works out.
And you finish it, you're like,
I
did it.
The happiness is the process. That's the key. All right.
Yeah.
This is the Chazz Palminteri Show. It was great having you here. It was great coming out to LA to see my son. I always enjoy coming out to LA. I used to live here. My wife and I, we love it out here. And especially my boy is here. And our daughter Gabriella, she's in Michigan, but she's graduating soon. You're going to hear about her soon.
She'll be on.
What?
She'll be on.
She'll be on. Don't forget the Chazz Palminteri Show. Every Monday at 11 o'clock, go to ChazzPalminteri.net. God bless you.